This video is focused on scorekeeping for power breaking within the KEOP system. So for the power breaking competition, the tournament committee will set the board amounts for each technique in each division. The match winner will have the most points accumulated from each of the techniques. Tiebreakers will occur if needed, if the scoring is tied after the first round of breaking for that division. Only gold medals will be awarded in power breaking. There are separate scoring templates will be assigned for each of the power breaking categories that we'll talk about. Before every breaking division, please review the division and confirm the types of breaks with the scoring template that appears. If there's a conflict with the division type and scoring template, please contact either Mrs. Nguyen or myself, as we have permissions to change the templates. So let's talk about the different scoring templates. So techniques for power breaking with black belts. Black belts age 18 and over, separated by gender, will perform the following kicks that will be in the scoring template: side kick, turning kick, reverse turning kick, knife hand, and strike punch. For junior black belts, age 14 to 17, separated by gender, the kicks will be side kick, turning kick, reverse turning kick, and knife hand strike. Pre-junior black belts, 10 to 13 years of age, separated by gender, side kick, turning kick, reverse turning kick, and knife hand strike. As we take a look at the color belts, the techniques for power breaking for color belts are as follows. So it'll be best score after completion of 3 techniques: side kick, turning kick, and a hand technique. If the competitors are under the age of 13 years, they can do either a knife hand or a side fist, 13 and under. If the competitor is 14 years and older, then the hand technique will be a knife hand. The approach. So the chief judge will call the competitor to the first breaking station. All participants will start at the first breaking station, receive a score from the judge, and then move on to the next station. The participant will make all 5 breaks or 3 breaks for color belts for their total score, and will be scored individually after each break prior to the judge calling the next participant to the break. Score as follows for each break: 2 points per broken board, 1 point for a crack board. Recording the score. Record the break score first on the paper brackets and then on the online tournament system for the participant score for each of the kicks for that division. The judge for the break station will tell you the number of points to award for the break. Use the tiebreaker column to record additional points from any tie-breaking kicks. Once there are no scores that are tied for first through third place, then have the head judge sign off on the paper bracket, and you can select done for that division, and that will finalize the placements, and then the next division will be rotated through. So let's look at an example of a division for power breaking and the associated scoring. And so what we're going to do, this one is for power test, ages 18 to 35 years of age, male, first dan. The associated required kicks are side kick, reverse turning kick, knife hand, strike punch, and this is a tiebreaker column if needed. And then this total will automatically update as you add scores. You can, if for some reason the kicks are set up different than the template, you can use these arrows. So let's say we're going to move strike punch as the 4th kick. You can use that left arrow, or you can say, I'm going to move it to the right, and it will move it to the right. So these arrows can move the columns for the template based on how the breaks are set up. In addition, you can use the add column. So if, for example, there are multiple tiebreaker breaks, you could add multiple tiebreaker columns that will then total to the final total. The competitors will be along this left side. If there are more competitors that fits in the page, you can use this down arrow, and this will actually scroll through to the next set of competitors for that division, and you can use the up arrow to go back up. So you'll be able to go left and right and up and down. And so we're gonna do some scoring for some of these guys, and we're gonna say, I'm putting some numbers in here, but you can see how they're updating. This is a bit random, but it will go as fast as you can type. So we can be doing these in different orders. Of course, it wouldn't happen in this order. I'm filling in scores, but that you can see how the scores are quickly updating based on points. If a competitor decides not to do a particular break, then just enter a 0 so that we know what the result was. So now here you can tell there is first place, and since we're rewarding for gold, that's clear. But if you wanted to have a tiebreaker for these two, you could say, okay, for second place, I'm going to give this one 1 point. I'm going to give them 1 point. Actually, that was still wrong. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to give them 1 point. Okay. And then that will tell you kind of, okay, they got 2, and then we're going to hit done. And you see that Tommy was first, Smith Bob was second, and Duck was third. And then when you hit next category, it will bring you to the next division in that power test ring. Please, if you've got any questions about the scoring for power breaking, put your questions in chat. And at the end of our discussion, we will answer any questions that you might have. Thank you.